Here we are again at Healthy Julio. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. We're at Butcher's Daughter. Now, we're on Melrose, very, very popular street that we chose maybe chicharrones. Now we're gonna go vegetarian right here. This is a beautiful vegetarian restaurant. Let's go in and have something to eat. What do you say? Let's go. We're back. Here we are at the Butcher's Daughter. Beautiful restaurant. I love the atmosphere, high ceilings. I'm very impressed with the decor. Very clean, free of debris. We're gonna get, I feel like having a little bit of curry. Every now and then I like curry because it's a good way to clean your blood. Executive chef here. Look at this. This is a work of art. This is the pesto.
Yep, this is our vegan pappardelle with our vegan pesto. We make it with our own walnut pesto that we do in-house. This pasta is supplied to us by Domenico's.
Oh.
It's that wonderful cheese shop down over in Beverly Hills. And they make this pasta especially for us. So you can't get this pasta anywhere else.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Top it with fried cauliflower, and that's a beautiful fresh leaf of basil. It's
Wow,
delicious.
this looks truly amazing. We're gonna give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And so give us a rundown on this one, the curry.
Sure, yeah, this is our green curry. Green curry that we also make in-house.
Wow.
We don't use a base. It's all of our own spice blends for this. Coconut-based curry. And then over here we have our sourdough pita. We make it from our starter that we've had for the last 7 years, and it's what we use to make all of our pizza doughs and everything. And then it's with fresh roasted vegetables, and then we top it off with Thai basil and fresh mint.
Looks delicious. Vamos a probarlo, porque estos son la pasta, mira, ves que es más gruesa que el espagueti. El espagueti es más flaquito. Esto es bien una pasta bien gorda y está hecha naturalmente acá en Los Ángeles, en un lugar en Beverly Hills que vende mucho queso. Vamos a probarlo un poquito de pesto. Muy delicioso, muy rico. A ver, qué rica pasta. Yo diría, un 10. This pasta is a 10, without a doubt. It's delicious. You got to try it. It's all vegan, vegetarian. Wow. Beautiful. And this is the only place that you can get this dish, this type of pasta, here at Butcher's Daughter in West LA. You can taste all the nutrients in it. Like I just had the cauliflower, and you can taste the salt in it, the arugula. It's very high energy, high vibrational food. Can you try it? It's actually the best pesto pasta, hands down, I've ever had. Literally. Not just saying that. I really highly recommend it. It's more like, it tastes like, it cuts like a lasagna. It has the walnuts. See? The basil. And see the roasted cauliflower here, arugula. You want to eat, as you know, more the raw vegetables and raw herbs you eat are very good because they're very alkaline. You can eat more vegetables like this because it's alkaline. It's better for your body. Like if you're trying to detox your body from processed food, come and have some vegetarian food. Pasta like this, because you're kind of tricking your mind into thinking that you're eating processed food, but at the same time you're eating food that's very high in nutrients. It's more raw than the average processed food, so you're going to feel better, you're going to feel lighter, your body's going to be able to digest the food a lot easier than if you eat all that processed food. Usually you get sick because you're eating too much processed food. So if you do get sick, try to eat more clean food it's less processed, and you'll feel healthier. You'll feel a lot better, a lot faster. Okay, so now we're gonna try the curry. I'm gonna rate this. It looks so good. It looks so good. It's got the roasted, you can see the roaches vegetables, the little sesame seeds, right? Let's try it over here. It's green. Green, right? Coconut green curry. That's homemade curry, made in-house. It's got that spicy, I love spicy. I'm gonna have to ask him. It tastes like cayenne pepper, like a cayenne, but Chef, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yes.
The curry is absolutely, it's a divine dish.
Yeah.
I love the spice. What is that spice?
Oh, it's a few different things. I mean, so we do a little bit of jalapeno in there, a little bit of togarashi. But other than that, that's it.
So tasty.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then at the very end, we blanch spinach and we blend it up, and that's why we get that wonderful green color.
I can put this up to any curry.
Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, very, very good.
2 thumbs up.
The recipe that we had, I think the reason why it's so good, it's almost a combination between a curry and a pho. So it's a curry, but then we have pho seasonings in there. Things like star anise, clove,
Right.
allspice. And so we're able to get almost that, that taste of that beef broth.
You could taste it.
But then we're adding real curry leaves, which is actually different than curry spice.
Right.
And then, ginger, galangal, it's such a good
It's just a great dish.
Yeah.
And then the clove is very good because it also fights parasites. And if you're eating somewhere else, a lot of the food nowadays, especially the meats, have parasites. There's 1,000 different types of parasites. And a lot of the diseases are because of parasites. So it's much healthier to eat things like this if you're, to balance it out. I'm not just saying go one way or the other. I'm just saying you have to have a balance. And this is an excellent idea, to come to the butcher's daughter and have a curry or a beautiful pasta, something that'll nourish you and gives you like the clove and all the different spices that thin your blood out. Curry is the best blood cleaner that you can have. That's why over in India, nobody gets cancer, because you're literally getting rid of all the parasites in the body. And that's what's producing the sicknesses here. So you have to really be conscious about what you're eating. Tenés que tener más cuidado a lo que uno come. Esto es una excelente forma de subir la salud, la vibración de uno de que tiene en el cuerpo. Es muy importante de comer todo diferente tipo de comida, pero estar conciencia en lo que estás comiendo. A tu salud. My grandfather was Sicilian.
Oh,
they
there
lived
he
in Buenos Aires. He had 5 daughters.
You see,
Yeah.
it's a flip flop. It's a flip. Well, I think
What a small world.
I think it was super common in Argentina to have a lot of Italians over there, and
70% Italian.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, crazy. Yeah,
Very high.
Interesting.
See, an Argentinian is a person that speaks Spanish,
Sure.
that's Italian,
Yeah.
that dresses like an Englishman, that wishes he was French.
That is my grandmother to a T.
Yeah.
She even changed, her family even changed her last name that began with an S, and we don't know what the original name was, but when she started traveling, because both her and my grandfather were opera singers, she changed her name to Sylvain. She gave it a French ending, and it was to show more prominence. People, I think it was the thing to do a lot of name changing back then. My other grandmother did the same thing. She changed her name from Miatori to Mesa because she was just getting, she was super dark Sicilian in New York. they weren't really favorably looked upon, you know, in the late 20s and 30s. And it's actually really interesting. My grandparents, both on my mother's side, both left this country during the Jim Crow era and met in Iran, and that's where my mother was born.
Wow.
And my family on my mother's side grew up in Iran, but they up until the revolution they started kicking out Americans.
Oh, yeah.
And then they had to leave. So I have this.
Yeah, I think a lot of people left Europe because they were tired of the fighting. They were just sick.
Yes.
That's what you get in Argentina. If you go down to the south, you get the gaucho.
Yeah.
The gaucho is a European guy
Yeah, yeah.
that just plays the guitar, eats the meat, and just wants to be left alone.
Yeah. I feel like I'm headed in that direction.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. The gaucho lifestyle.
Yeah, the gaucho lifestyle. And also, Teatro Colón is one of top 5 theaters in the world.
Oh, wow.
That's probably, there were opera singers. They would go to Argentina.
That's interesting.
It's a beautiful theater. It's the most European country in South America.
Of course, yeah.
So you have all the different cultures.
Of course.
And you feel like you were in Europe.
Yeah.
But here you are,
In South
thousands
America.
of miles away from all the fighting.
I know. I need to visit. My younger brother went, and in fact, he lost his passport in Argentina.
Nice.
Yeah. So he had to go.
You had to stay there.
Well, yeah, he had to go to the embassy. It was a whole big deal. He fell asleep on the bus. It was, he ended up in the middle of nowhere.
Wow.
Yeah, but he met some, because, it's interesting, we never ever met my side because this is on my father's side. We never met my grandmother's family. It was always my grandfather's family. And it was also super hard because my father was an only child. So even meeting his extended family was very rare. And I didn't know my father. So it's like, it's like a whole lot of, there wasn't a whole lot of connection to that side of the family. And then my brother went down there and he met a whole bunch of our relatives.
Yeah, it's such a family-oriented.
Sure.
It's a different kind of mindset.
Yeah, of course.
You could talk to anybody about anything.
They're
right there with you. Julio, I want to thank you.
No
this
problem.
is such
Anytime.
a beautiful dinner and lunch.
I'm so happy that you enjoyed yourself.
Really, it's
Welcome back anytime.
It's an honor. No, but it's also the food is delicious.
Great. I'm
Really.
so glad. I'm so glad.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.